Tata Motors has finally launched the facelift of the much anticipated Tata Safari, and we are here near Pune to bring out what's good in it, what could be better, and does it still make sense to go after this Safari brand name in the world which is heavily dominated by the Mahindra XUV 700. Let's find out. Hello and welcome back to Shutterdrives. The car gets a completely refreshed design. You have the bi-LED headlamps with cornering functions which are going to be very helpful in tight cornering conditions at night with low illumination. And then you have the DRL, the connected DRL, which has a welcoming and goodbye function as well. And then you have the grille, which has hot stamped pieces with exactly same color as the body of the car. And that is something that's not there for the Harrier, and that's exclusive to Safari alone. Of course, you have the ADAS sensor there because the car gets better ADAS functionalities right now. Silver skid plate with front parking sensors, which are again first in segment. So these are the 19-inch alloys which look very good on the Safari. They are neatly done. A lot of royal treatment for the alloy wheels which complement this Safari's badge right there. You have 360-degree camera, not a normal 360 cam. This also has a 2D and 3D mode, the clarity of which is very good. 3D you can see the full bird's eye view of the car. And then you have the request sensor on the passenger side as well, Safari badging right there. This part is pretty blacked out. You have JBL badging here because you get 10 speaker JBL system. I'll talk about it later on. Roof rails are not functional. You get chrome plating on the door handles as well. Overall, very nice and subtle side design. What's important is Tata Motors has tried very hard to retain the old charm of Safari while still being modernistic at the same time. This is how you open the boot of the Tata Safari, thanks to the gesture controls right there. And this is the boot space with all the seats right up, and the boot space is very limited in terms of practicality. And if you want more boot space, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is just fold the seats as much as you want them. Another way to close the boot is of course electrically. Just tap the button there and the boot closes all by itself. You get a 2-liter engine, the same old engine that produces 170 bhp and 315 Nm of torque, and nothing has changed from the powertrain perspective, even from the engines and the gearbox. Once you step inside, you will see that there's huge improvement in terms of what the interiors of the Tata Safari have to offer. There is this corporate steering wheel which is heavily inspired from JLR, and it has a transparent logo which blinks inside. And apart from that, the steering feels fantastic to hold. Quality of stacks also has improved considerably. The 12.3-inch screen here, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay for the win. In fact, the screen is pretty responsive and a huge leap compared to the earlier screen of the older Tata Safari. And then these are the automatic climate controls. You get dual zone AC now, which is just like the XUV 700, which is going to be very helpful if two people want different climates in the car. Every single charging socket is there in the car. You have 12 volt, you have USB-A, you have Type-C, you have wireless. In fact, the Type-C is fast charging 45 watts Type-C charger. So this drive mode selector also has a transparent mode where you can see which particular mode the car is in currently, apart from the Eco, Sport or City mode or whatever it is. And then this is the gear shift selector. This is called as the Easy Shift by Tata Motors, and this seems to be again inspired by JLR. So this works on fly-by-wire technology. You have the parking brake and auto hold function here. Of course, you get the panoramic sunroof. However, there is no illumination or mirror on the driver's side of the sun visor there. You also get auto dimming IR beams in the Safari. So both the front seats are 6-way electrically adjustable, and you get triple memory functions. In fact, not just the front seats, even the rear seats have ventilation option, which is a big boon. But there is this driver's cockpit which isn't very inspiring because the dials, especially both speedometer and tachometer, are pretty small and a lot of real estate has been left empty. But what's nicer is Tata Motors has equipped this with 10 speaker JBL system with 13 sound modes, which is the first for any car in the world, and the sound system is fabulous. Good 9.5 out of 10 there. Talking about the second row comfort, the Safari is very comfortable, and of course the distinctive feature here is you get captain seats in the Safari which you do not get in the Harrier. That is one of the USPs of this car. There is sun blinds here, and the legroom is pretty good. The second row can be adjustable, which is a big advantage compared to the XUV 700, which does not have a second row adjustable. Legroom is good, headroom is very nice, the knee room, the under-thigh support, everything is spot on. In fact, the coolest part is even the second row gets ventilated seats in this car, which is a big thumbs up right there. Unfortunately, you don't get single tumble down feature in the Tata Safari for the second row seats, which means that you'll have to fold it and you have to struggle thoda sa to get inside the car. This is one option, or the second option is you'll have to enter from the second row and come from the between passage here. So talking about the third row comfort, my knees are touching the second row seat. This is the worst case scenario where the second row seat is pushed all the way behind and you have the blowers here, and then there is type C charger and USB charger as well, which is a very big thing, especially when you realize that you don't even get third row AC vents in the Scorpion. We have finally got the electric power steering, and this is a very big welcome change because the earlier power steering of Safari was very feeble, but it was very heavy at lower speeds and very light at high speeds, which also was not exactly safe. And the car is super brand new and the braking isn't very confidence inspiring. The brakes have an initial extra bite on the pedal. The pedal का जो throw है थोड़ा सा spongy है. It could have been better. The driving position is very good. You can see the complete left end to right end of the bonnet here. For the seat comfort, we have been driving this car since morning. I don't think there is big fatigue from the driving perspective. The seats are slightly firm. The engine churns out 170 PS of power, and the mid-range of the car is very healthy. The car is very vocal, and you can clearly hear all the vocals from the engine bay to the passenger or the driver's cabin. The Safari still delivers one of the best ride qualities in the segment. A little firm at low speeds, but once you pick up speed, it casually glides over everything possible. Given the fact that the Safari is heavier than the Harrier, it's slightly slower in reaching the turn. There is a fair bit of body roll, but the car sticks to the ground like a magnet when driven at high speeds, something that the Safari was always known for. The terrain mode system is inspired from Land Rover and it delivers different engine maps for wet road and off-road terrains. Although this remains a front-wheel drive SUV with no signs of 4x4 in the future. A big opportunity missed by Tata Motors right here. To sum it up, Tata has upped the game and the Safari is a far more relevant car today in 2023 compared to its earlier avatar. That's because cars are getting tech loaded, cars are getting feature loaded, and Safari has all the features that an aspirational consumer wants today. But if there's one area where Tata has to focus a lot, that's going to be quality control and customer service, because the earlier avatar of Tata Safari and Harrier were not the best of the best when it came to offering niggle-free experiences, and people are concerned about it because given the fact that the car gets a lot more tech right now, and that becomes even more important. If Tata is able to address that issue by even 70 to 80%, they clearly have a winner in hand, and Mahindra XUV 700 has a big reason to worry. That's about it, guys. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow us on Instagram. Take care and drive safe, and do not miss the other video where we spoke about the all-new Tata Harrier.